SNAP benefits, otherwise known as food stamps, or sometimes referred to as EBT for the low income. You've got to hear this, as this is directly impacting the over 42 million beneficiaries that do receive these benefits every single month deposited onto their EBT cards. Wow, this is unbelievable. I don't really know how else to say it, but a lot of things are happening, and this is directly impacting all of these tens of millions of beneficiaries I just mentioned a second ago. Let's get into the details. All right, now first off, just to clarify, everything I'm talking about here in this video directly pertains to SNAP benefits, food stamps, EBT, low income, supplemental nutrition assistance program, or even referred to as food assistance. Just want to clarify that really quickly so there's no confusion about it. But let's talk about what's going on here. And again, in just a minute here, I'm going to pop up some information on the screen so you can follow along and see exactly what I'm talking about. I've been pounding the table on this for a while now, and this is getting to be a really bad situation. And again, beneficiaries are being impacted massively across the entire country. But again, I've seen some questions down below in the comment section on previous videos from some people reaching out saying, nah, this isn't happening. And I've come back and said, yeah, it actually is happening, and it's not necessarily a good thing, and it's impacting beneficiaries massively. Now, what does this pertain to? Some policies that were changed just a couple months ago, not even that long ago. And again, this is maybe impacting beneficiaries way more than we wish it would. However, there are some small changes that are being implemented in some states across the country, and they're talking about implementing this on a federal level all across the entire nation, which in my opinion should be done immediately or very, very fast. Why they haven't done this yet is still surprising to me. I don't really get it, but that's just where we're at right now. But let's talk through the details about this. And again, I will pop that information up on the screen. You can follow along. You can listen to what I'm saying if you want. You can read the article yourself, whatever. Again, I just want to pop some information up so you can see that for yourself. Okay, so let's bring it up on the screen now. We'll bring the article up right now. You can see it here. And again, just kind of skim through this, and it's pretty shocking. And again, I know for a fact some of you here in this community have already experienced this. But here's what's happening. It actually goes back to December of 2022 from some legislation they passed then, and then it was retroactive back to October 1st of 2022. And it was a 2-year provision out until October 1st of 2024. Now, obviously, as I film this video right now, we are sitting well within 2025. However, back the end of September 2024, they passed an extension. It was called Continuing Appropriations Extension Act of 2025. Okay, so what does that mean? All that this does is it extended it out until the end of the day of December 20th, 2024. And then lawmakers came together and they passed another extension for the overall federal budget out until March 14th of this year. So we're out like a month and a half from right now or so. As I film this video right now, we're not that far out until we get to this next deadline, right? Okay, so what does this actually mean? It simply means that back on December 20th of last year, so, a couple months ago now, or actually not even really a couple months, but we're rapidly approaching a couple months now, that actually came into play, which was they canceled it. In other words, they no longer have the federal protections in place for EBT card holders or SNAP beneficiaries. What do I mean? Well, as you can probably see from this article here, they're talking about Victoria, a person in California who has had her EBT benefits or her SNAP benefits, I should say, taken right off of her EBT card through one of these skimming or cloning devices. You've probably heard me talk about this before. If not, if you are new here on the channel, well, first off, welcome and thanks so much for being here. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so yet. But this is a big problem. And again, I know for a fact this is impacting some of you here in this community. But as you can see there in that article, $15 million a month are being taken from EBT card holders right off their cards by these skimming devices, the cloning devices, things like that. Not a cool thing. Well, for that 2-year period of time, actually it was 2 years plus a couple months, so like 2 years plus nearly 3 months. During that time frame, they had federal protections in place. In other words, SNAP beneficiaries, if they had their benefits wrongly taken from them, skimmed or swiped right off their EBT cards, they could actually get federal reimbursement. Federal dollars were going to reimburse them. Well, then that ended. The end of the day, December 20th of last year, 2024. Again, I'm filming this video in 2025, okay? The point is, okay, we don't have the federal protections anymore. The skimming, the cloning is still going on right now. In other words, SNAP beneficiaries have no protections. We're flying without a net. What do I mean by that? We're walking the tightrope and there's no net below. Not a good situation, right? You don't want to do that. So that's kind of the situation we're in right now. Unfortunately, states don't have money. I mean, states have a bunch of money, but for the most part, states are also pretty broke. And they're not reimbursing beneficiaries, except for maybe a couple states. As you can see there in the article, California is reimbursing, and they're also going to be issuing these new EBT cards with the security chips like a credit card would have, right? If you have a credit card or a debit card, those have all kinds of security measures within them. Number one, if somebody gets your card info and they start going to spend a bunch of money, what do? You call your bank, you call your credit card company and say, hey, that's not me, and they reverse the charges, and you're pretty much good. I mean, it's pretty easy. I've had it done to me multiple times. It's not a fun situation, but it's also not like the worst thing ever because it's not like that big of a deal. They issue you a new card and you're kind of good. They just reverse the charges and it's kind of done at that point. However, with an EBT card, you call your local office and they say, sorry, tough luck, you're on your own, catch you later, bye, right? That's about all they do. Now, they're probably not going to say it like that, but you get my point. It's a pretty bad situation. It's a pretty harsh conversation, and unfortunately, they don't do anything for the people, especially with these new changes that have come in, right, where the federal protections are not there. Previously, when the federal protections were there, if you called your local office, they'd say, sure, and they'd get you, have you share a bunch of information, and they'd say, okay, we'll process that, and we'll get you a refund here shortly, and they'd reimburse you that money. Today, doesn't happen anymore. Okay, so it's nice to see that California is rolling these new EBT cards out. In fact, to be fair with you, yep, I've talked about that before in other videos. Late last year, I talked about it. And again, right around the beginning of the new year, again, I shared that with you as well, that California will be rolling these out. But they have legislation on the federal level to roll these out nationwide to do this. But I wanted to share this with you because, as you can see right there in the article as well, $15 million a month is being taken from beneficiaries and $150 million a year. That's crazy. That is nuts. I don't know how else to say it. That's unbelievable. That's shocking. That's appalling. That's scary. That's bad. That's annoying, frustrating. What else you want me to say here, right? But that is the situation. It's a lot of money that is supposed to be in the pockets and in the possession of SNAP beneficiaries and EBT card holders, but instead it's going to someone else who's swiping the cards, taking it right off of there, and basically using it for their own personal gain. Not a good situation, right? But anyway, as you can see there in the article, and again, this was news to me. I did not know this, but apparently Oklahoma is going to be rolling these new secure EBT cards out a little bit later this summer. Again, be fair with you, I didn't know that until I read this article, and I thought, oh, Oklahoma, not bad. That's cool, right? I'm always happy to see that. So I did not know that, but that's cool. So California, they should be rolling those cards out. I haven't seen really confirmation if they have or not. California's, kind of in a little bit of a situation lately. So, if there's a little bit of a delay there, I kind of don't blame them with what's going on over there. But you kind of get the situation, right? But anyway, they were supposed to roll those out in January. I have not seen confirmation across the board if they're out to every beneficiary yet. But yeah, that was supposed to be the situation. Now also, like I said, Oklahoma, they just said kind of summertime, and who knows? There's always delays with this kind of thing. But hopefully they distribute these on a nationwide level to get these out to the beneficiaries. And again, I know it might be annoying to get a new EBT card. We don't really want change. Change isn't fun. But think of it this way. Would you rather have a little bit of change and a little bit of disruption and a little bit of, changing of your card and card number and stuff like that to have protections? Or do you just want the same old thing and then risk that your benefits may be taken at some point and you have no recourse? Nothing. That's it. Sorry, we're done. And have to wait until next month to get your new, your next deposit. I don't think anybody wants to go for that, right? So anyway, I just want to share this article with you here so you could see it for yourself. And again, for anybody that's been wondering about this, asking questions about it, and again, to be 100% fair, yep, I have talked about this before in other videos because it's important. In my opinion, this feels like a big issue. This seems like a big issue, especially when they're distributing about $10+ billion a month to beneficiaries, and say 15 million of that or more is being taken off of the cards from beneficiaries. That seems like a big percentage of the benefit that's overall being taken from beneficiaries that's supposed to be in the possession of low income, but rather it's not. It's being taken from these people wrongly. That's the big deal. It's not like an ethical thing. It's not ethical at all. It's wrong, right? So anyway, I like this article. It was a good one. There's a ton of them out there, but I thought this one happened to be a pretty good one and kind of illustrated a personal story here with this person, Victoria, again in California, as highlighted there in the article. But I thought it was pretty good, and I just wanted to share with you quickly and share with you what's going on. Now, again, I'm going to continue watching this very closely. I'll keep an eye on California and Oklahoma now, too. I will watch for other states to do this. And in fact, I'm going to be fair with you as well. Late last year, I said, watch. As soon as California does this, other states will jump on board and they'll start doing this as well, because that's exactly what they do every single time with all these different plans and things like this. One state comes up with a great idea, and then all these other states start coming out doing the exact same thing. So we've got California and Oklahoma. Let's see what other states come on with this. Or if they pass this on a federal level, it would seem to make the most sense, because why wouldn't it be? I mean, the money's going to the wrong people. It's not going to the beneficiary. It's going to the beneficiary and then being taken from the beneficiary. That's not the point of the program, right? Anyway, I'll keep you posted on this. I hope this article helps you out in the explanation that I had here for you. But I'm going to continue watching this. I'll keep you posted. Again, if I can ask a huge, huge favor of you, number one, please subscribe to the channel. It is 100% free to do so. Big subscribe button right down below the video. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. Otherwise, if you know anybody that receives SNAP benefits or has an EBT card, please share this video with them so we can all be aware of this. We need to be aware of this information. And again, I will continue to keep you updated with what's going on, and anything you can possibly grab or take advantage of, or any changes to your EBT cards, your SNAP benefits, your food stamps, anything like that. Again, I will keep you posted. Please share this video with your friends having social media, or anybody you know that has an EBT card or receives SNAP benefits. This would be very helpful to them. And again, ask them to subscribe as well. Thank you. Sincerely appreciate that. Otherwise, check out the thousands of videos here on the channel in the video library. The popular videos I've hand selected for you down below in the description or the top of the comment section. And right now showing up on your screen as well. You'll see some videos there. Check those out. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support. I truly appreciate it. Thank you for allowing me to advocate and represent you. Thank you for your continued trust here on the channel. Again, I truly, truly appreciate that. Otherwise, please have a nice day. Take care, and I really hope I can see you again soon in the next video. I'll see you for now.